Hey guys, what is up? Happy Saturday. Thanks again for joining us, and hello to everybody that's watching this on the replay. You're back for another episode, another review of what is this episode? I'm gonna say, hold on, episode 8. Yep, of Love and Marriage Huntsville with me, your girl Cinquetta, and blessed be Brittany, as we talk about this show and give, our perspective and view on it. So, Brittany, based off this episode, how would you rate it? Would on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being and 10 being like, yes, this episode gave me everything. How would you rate this episode?
I would say probably an 8.
Ooh, an 8. Okay,
Mhm.
why so? Why'd you
Yeah,
grade it an 8?
I liked it. I mean, I like especially the end. I like how they show Melody, and her working. I mean, I really enjoyed the episode. I really did. Like when I liked it.
Okay. Well, if you ask me, I would give it like a 5. It just wasn't neither here, excuse me, nor there for
Mhm.
me. I hate to say it, but dang, when Miss Wanda was in last week's episode, like I don't know, she really like went there. So even though I don't like her tactics, she actually
Yeah.
made the show interesting.
Mhm.
So it's a catch
Yeah.
22 for me.
I
So
get it. I get it.
it was like, for me. But it was nice seeing Martell again, because I feel like he was on a little hiatus. Like we got to see more of Martell, so
That's
that
true.
was nice.
That is true.
Okay, so is there a particular scene you want to start off talking about? A scene that stuck out to you the most, or how you want to start this thing?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead. You tell me what scene you want to talk about.
Okay. I mean, the obvious best scene to me was the last scene 5. I mean, that's the scene that stood out the most to me that I have the most notes on.
Okay, let go ahead and start with scene 5 and what you want to say, because I wonder if it'll tie into what I wanted to say. But go ahead.
Okay, just with the scene 5 with them meeting up and all of that. I mean, I'm happy they had the trip. A lot of reality TV shows do have that trip, and I'm
Mhm.
happy that they did have the trip. Um, and it was just so surprising to me that Melanie did tell Destiny, "Well, if you ain't going, I ain't going." So even though all this time it seemed like she been riding for Tiffany, it really seems like feel like Destiny is really her ride or die, because she was like, if you ain't going, I ain't going. And that's the whole thing, to where you want to go to a party and your ace is like, they ain't going. It's like, okay, well, I ain't going then. It's like you don't feel comfortable, even though
Mhm.
it's other people that you're going to know there. She said she wouldn't go on, which means that her and Tiffany's bond and friendship is not as strong as I thought it was. Um,
Now, do you think that's because like Melody is single and so is Destiny at the moment? So that maybe she felt like, okay, I'd rather go with her because we're like our status is the same.
I mean that could be it, but I mean, if your friend Tiffany is gonna be there, and you cool with Tisha, and that's pretty much your people, you brought Destiny there. She should feel comfortable around those people. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
mean, she brought Destiny to the group, so I mean, it could be with that, but I don't think so.
Okay. All right. That's just what I thought. Like maybe perhaps
Mhm.
that's why. But go ahead.
No, and then Martell was looking like a snack this episode, like. Oh,
Oh,
but definitely looking like a snack. The gym is definitely paying off. Okay. And I
yeah.
like how they was just on. They kind of like it. They broke the ice. Everybody got on the stripper pole. Tiffany like she don't know nobody no stripper pole. Ain't never been on no stripper pole. Ain't never seen one. Okay. She was so
Mhm.
stiff, but that's neither here nor there. Um. And I got a lot. I got a lot. And I feel like Tisha and Kimmy twinning. Did you know that they was twinning with the little gray on?
Okay, I didn't, but that's the scene I want to talk about too. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they were trying on the bathing suits, I said, why did OWN do that comparison, contrasting like that? Like, no, they didn't. Like, dang, because we seen how one was like,
Mm-hmm.
help me out, and the husband
Yeah.
like, no, and then the
Oh
other
yeah.
like he was like, you need help, and it just really showed like, dang, like they really showed that side by side like that, and it made me feel bad for Tisha. So that was what I kind of took from that. What I had the most to say about that episode,
Mm-hmm.
because for them to be 15 years in, I don't know. Mm.
I don't know,
But
maybe they kind of just stay after 15 years, you know? I mean,
he said,
I'm sure going by how they doing, they probably don't even do it every night. Like, okay, it's probably like once a month for them. I mean, some people like, okay, we've been together 15 years, whatever. You know, maybe they feel like I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to be married for 15 years. I mean, I mean, maybe it is that where some people are like, okay, you know, they're not as excited. We don't have to do that. Like, I guess they feel like they built up their groundwork. I guess more so
it's
feel like,
not a, it's not a let's. I mean, it's not a us. I feel like one person wants and then another person don't. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? It just,
yeah,
it don't seem like they both like chilling on that. It just seemed like
hmm
Marceau is, and he's a man, so, and
hmm
maybe that shouldn't be sexist like that. May you know, but
no, that's true because men normally have a, you know, a higher sex drive than women do.
yeah, he's just like, no, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna help you. Like, dang, don't you see? Like, his girl is like kind of like crying out for help, and it's just like,
Crying
that
out for help.
would annoy me. I want to punch him in his face. Like, don't even talk to me no more. Like,
He seemed like he was
oh,
different though. Like up until that point, the whole episode, I'm like, okay, wow, I'm seeing a new Marceau. You
yeah.
know? And then when he did that again, he reverted back to his old ways. I'm like, okay, he's just the same person. Because I feel like it was hope for their marriage. I'm like, wow, he really, I don't know if maybe he with his side chick no more, allegedly, or I mean, I'm trying to figure out what done happened with him because he was just so affectionate and he always wanted to touch on her. And I don't know, it just seemed good to see them like that.
Do
But
you think it
they
was
changed.
because he was around people? He was around the group? Because remember, he was mean like that when he came from wherever. Oh, when they was opening up Black in Texas or whatever, and
Mm-hmm,
she
mm-hmm.
came with her lingerie to the door. He was like talking about business. He showed his real self when it's just them two. But I feel like he put on when it's like people around. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, even at the restaurant though, I feel like he was being nice to her. You know, when they was taking the cheers down, she apologized, and I kind of got his side of what he was saying to where I feel like you my wife. I shouldn't have to prove nothing to nobody else. Like you should know me. And I was just like, wow, like he is right. Like, come on, y'all 15 years in. And I don't know. I feel like he was about to act right. I feel like okay, their marriage is gonna last. I
Maybe
just feel like it's hope.
maybe because it was what the topic was about. Because it was something about another woman. He probably needed to ease her mind in that respect. I don't know. Like, I can't really make you think I'm doing something just in case I am. I don't know. But I just go off of vibes, and his vibe has just been very stale throughout the entire marriage. Like, I never see him like I don't want to say lustful after her, but I never see him like, oh, this is my, you know what I mean? Like real like get juiced up when he sees her.
Mhm.
Kind of like Maurice was when he seen what's her, he's like, I know you're going
Yeah,
through that stuff. I'm
right,
like,
right.
like, I
Yeah.
never seen him with in that way with Tisha, and
Mhm.
I would like to,
Mhm.
like, that's
See,
all.
maybe he's that way in private because they have what three kids. So something is definitely going on. So I don't know. They have some men which now that you say it that way, maybe I could see why he's like that because he is that old school guy. He really is. He's that guy to where he don't want her wearing certain stuff. He don't want her working. He want her in the house. So I kind of understand it now. I never thought about it that way. A lot of old school men like that. They like to be out on the prowl in the bedroom. They don't want to act that way in front of people like that. Now that you said that like that,
Okay.
maybe
We'll
that's what it is.
give him the benefit of the doubt.
Because I
I
feel like if he wasn't breaking Tisha off, she would not be there.
maybe she just want to keep her family together for a nice,
No,
for
I feel like Tisha's smart enough to be like, okay, you ain't doing nothing with me. What you doing? So okay, so I see that in a whole different way. Maybe he is that way behind the scene. But it is kind of sad that Martell was the only single person there. It's like I wonder if he think to himself, man, I ruined my family. Like this could have really been a nice trip. We could have really had a blast. I just messed that up because some head. So I wonder if he sit back and he really think about that when
I
he
think
around
so.
the couples.
I think so. And that's why I liked him a little bit in this episode to me. It's because I felt like a
Hmm.
nice, humble vibe from him. Like, I
Yeah.
felt like he wasn't his little vibrato kind of sound like
Hmm.
he
Yeah.
usually is. I felt like it really hit him. Like, I'm on a couple trip without my wife. Like, I don't know. I
Hmm.
got that vibe. So I like this side of Martell where he's like real chill. I don't know about the next episode, but he was chill without Melanie. So
Yeah.
let me read this comment to you real quick. Off of YouTube. Someone
Hmm.
said Mel will come to realize that Martell's anger is his resentment of her leaving. He still loves her and is angry that she is moving on and close the chapter. Men can't handle it when you turn the table. When he moves on emotionally, Mel will have peace. And I was like, oh, I like that comment because I
Hmm.
felt like it was very, very true. He
Yeah.
probably is
That is.
mad that she actually left. Probably always thought he was going to be able to have his coleslaw and his main dish.
Hmm.
And he probably never thought that like it would end. So
Yeah, that's true. Like he always kept telling her, the old ladies ain't talked to you yet. The ladies didn't tell you this is what men do. This is how it goes. So yeah, he thought he can have all of it, but it didn't. It don't turn out that way. So I hope whatever he go to next, his man, next marriage, next relationship. I hope he know that it's a new day and age. Like ain't nobody doing that.
exactly. When you could have just, I don't know, stuck it out, made it work with one person. Like, what is that? Isn't it like a lot of energy to be dealing with multiple people?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
so
emotionally. Yeah, a lot of energy, and he should have just stayed single. Cause I feel like they had came too far for you to just let your family go. Because to
yeah.
me, that like that first scene, seeing Melanie do her video, have the kids. Melanie is like the total package. Like to me, it wouldn't get no better than Mel. I mean, she
Mhm.
a hard worker. She's the mom. She cooks for him. Like one scene, he was like, "You pretty much." He was like saying that she cannot not cook. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Mhm.
like you come home and you like, well, we're gonna eat for dinner. So obviously she was cooking for him all the time, meeting his needs, quote unquote. And it's just like you're not gonna find that. You're not gonna
Mhm.
find that again because ain't nobody about to be doing all of that. And she's the total package. And he just like just ruined it.
Mhm.
Because of from what I can get, because I don't have another other than what he's saying, it comes from oral. So he pretty much threw his family down the drain because of some oral. Okay.
Mhm. And,
But
and, and it could be like some deep rooted, seated things. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some people sabotage a good thing? Like, I don't know. It could be like some childhood trauma or something, that's making him do what he's doing. And maybe he's just trying to use that as an excuse. I don't know. But dang. Yeah, no. Okay. Anything else from that last scene that you wanted to talk about?
then when they was in the kitchen talking about threesomes, and it's like
Uh,
that's kind of weird. Like, dude, I feel like Kimmy really want a threesome on some stuff. Like, why y'all keep bringing it up? And Tisha seemed like she would kind of be open to the threesome. Like, is Marceau cheating? Like, do she feel like she need to have a threesome? Because why are y'all 15 years in and everybody's talking about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? And for me, Kimmy seemed like she wanted to have a threesome with Tisha. Is that the vibe? Because that's the vibe I was getting. Because she said it wasn't Destiny. And she was saying, who I'm always touching on. So is it Tisha she always touching on?
Um, I don't know if I picked that up quite like that, but I do like what you said about Tisha, and I feel like she really not about that life, but she'll do it for Marcel.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And even
Mm-hmm.
to the point where remember he was like, if she wants to do it, it's not cheating. Like it is cheating, but because it's probably going to please you too, you're trying to say it's not. You know what I mean? It's like another woman. You're trying to say it's not. So I'm not buying it more so. Yeah, that's more so. So many M's. I want to make sure I'm talking about the right person.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it more so. And
Mm-hmm.
Kimmy, I don't know. I feel like maybe Kimmy was just talking just to talk.
I don't know. I don't know.
I never picked up anything in particular with her. So, and I never seen her really like touch on Tisha from my
Mm-hmm.
perspective. It's probably some random person. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like she's talking about Tisha, and I feel like if you ask Tisha who she want to threesome with, I feel like it'd be Martell because once again, when they first walked in the house, Tisha is grabbing on Martell again. Like, can you keep your hands off this man? I feel like that's what she. I feel like if she would have a threesome with Martell, that's what she wants. That's what she wants.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe that'll be her hall pass. Because I don't know if she would want a threesome with like her and Marcel and Martell, but maybe she would cheat with like
Yeah,
separately with
because
Martell.
ain't no
She
telling what
was
Melanie
on.
told her.
Oh, what happened? Say that again.
No, ain't no telling what Melanie told her. You know, like when
Mm.
you a girlfriend, you know, y'all been friends for so long, y'all both married, y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying, what the man do in the bedroom. I feel like Tisha knows something because she always touching and grabbing on Martell, always giving him a look like when they was at the pool. I'm like, okay, that is weird.
Even when remember her remarks like Marcel was said, don't wear that or something. It's single people here. And she's like,
Yeah.
what? Ain't nobody single but Martell. He ain't looking at me like that.
He
Okay.
looking at her like that. She
Right.
just said that. He definitely looking at her like that. Okay. Because Martell, anytime he would be disloyal to Melody, he would definitely be disloyal to those Maurice and Marceau. Okay.
Or maybe he's not looking at her, but I feel like she's looking at him. I don't know. I don't really see Tisha as his type. Maybe, but I don't know.
I think he looking. I definitely think he looking. I don't think he worth the betrayal of Marceau, but I definitely think I don't think she's worth the betrayal. She's not hot enough like that to him, but I believe he's looking.
Yeah, and I feel like I was thinking that too. Like men gonna look. They may not
Oh
touch,
yeah.
but most
Yeah.
men, all
He was
men is
looking.
gonna look. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Um I don't know why I don't know why I wrote that down, but I feel like the first conversation that they was having when they was talking about the threesomes, it kind of came off as just a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like maybe more so because it's been a while since they actually, you know, maybe got together. The cameras were there, and they kind of trying to get back into their old element. I guess the new Martell with him being single, so I feel like it was a little awkward. But the conversation by the pool, I feel like that's when everybody started loosening up, and then I can see just the old vibe from season one that I would get when they would hang out, you know, and I was happy to see that again, like the brotherly sisterly love. So I did notice that, and I was happy to see it.
Mm-hmm. I thought that threesome talk was odd and awkward. And you seen like I like comparisons, and you seen how like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember when they was in Anguilla and Kenya tried to ask Apollo and Phaedra like, oh, if you could choose one of your friends, who would you have a threesome with? And Phaedra like shut that down because it's like
Yeah.
don't even like joke around or think that kind of
Mm-hmm.
way. Like I don't, you know. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I was surprised too that they were talking that way amongst each other about each other in a way. So
Yeah.
you know, so I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of weird too. But at the same time, I didn't know if it was just for TV. I didn't really believe it like that. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
that convinced. But like you said, when they
Mm-hmm.
got outside and was talking about Kimmy being a side chick, oh yeah, that was real. that was that. I
Yeah.
the real feelings for that.
It, it was definitely real. And Tiffany, here she go once again with her mouth. She started that. Talking about, and you came to take them away. Now, first off, Kyle gonna get them. Like
Yeah.
I'm scared of Kyle. Okay. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
about to play with Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking off. Kyle look like she would really hurt you. Okay.
Yep.
And I don't know why Marceau felt the need to say that Maurice was in such this terrible marriage like that. Like, why would you even say that?
Yeah. Because Kai will give me silent but deadly vibes. Like she don't
Yes.
say too much, but she'll get you.
Yeah, she definitely will. And then Tiffany talking about it. Then you came in and took him away. And it's like, Tiffany, what do you have it out for Kimmy? Like, did you date Maurice and nobody know about it? Like, girl, what
Yeah.
why do you just it keeps being aimed to Kimmy? Why do you keep trying to piss her off?
Yeah. Do you feel like it may be something with Destiny too? Do you feel like Destiny needs to let go of the situation? Because you've been talking about not liking Tiffany for a while now. I'm
No,
like, okay.
no, I don't feel like she needs to let it go because when a closer person show you who they are, I believe it. Like I feel like maybe she shouldn't be like, you know, if we playing cards, I don't want her on my team, or if we start teaming up and there's six here and six there, I don't want her on it. I feel like she don't need to be so childish. I don't think she needs to be that petty, but I think if you know what I'm saying, she can. She have a right to ask for a little distance. Like, don't expect us to be telling campfire stories and all of that. I feel like that's all right.
Okay. Well, let's switch over to that because you know my other the scene I really liked was with Maurice went to what's her husband name? Tiffany husband when he went to
Lewis.
Lewis, yeah, when he
Mm-hmm.
went to their
Mm-hmm.
shop and had a conversation with Lewis, I really liked it. He came off strong and
Yeah.
said what he needed to say, and it was no hard feelings, but he still had to make his point across, and I liked it. It was a nice conversation amongst men. I feel like that's how
Mm-hmm.
men handle their conflicts, so I like that conversation as
Yeah.
usual.
I felt like it was needed. I feel like let's not talk about this again. Like the next episode, like the rest of the season, I don't want them to bring it up at all. But I get that he needed to revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I like how they really build in their relationship. And I also like how when you walked into Lewis's building, he's the receptionist. I like how he said out his mouth, this is mine. I does it all. Okay. So maybe Marceau and Tisha need to take some notes from him
Ooh.
to show them that this is your business. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need to just pay people and let them do it. This is your name. If you know y'all short staff and people are quitting, you should have been able to help Jalen. So it's like the question is, what is going on at their business to where people are quitting like that? But that's what I did like from that scene. I think that's all I got from there, and I like the growth from
Well,
that.
great segue because a lot of people were talking about how Marcel and Tisha are horrible bosses.
Yeah,
Marcel and Tisha are delusional. This is their business, not
yeah,
Jalen's. He is asking for their support and they are leaving him hanging.
yeah,
Marcel should step up in the oh no, that's something different. um Marcel and Tisha are using Jalen. They will end up causing strain on the family relationship. This man is saying he is overwhelmed about their restaurant, and
yeah.
all Marcel had to say was, "Well, you swim with the sharks this weekend." He do be very nonchalant about serious things. It's like,
His
oh my,
jokes are not it. They just don't
right.
be it.
This is kind of very serious right now. So, what do you think about all that?
I think they're trash. I really do. I feel like if you know that these people quit on him, and it sounded like they were there over this, it sounded like they were actually there. And it's just like, where's the assistant manager that was supposed to come help him? It don't
Mm,
sound like they even hired the person yet.
mm,
And then it's like, how obviously for people to quit like this on y'all most busiest time, I feel like that can kind of be, I can feel like those people were sending them a message.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're not treating their employees right, because if you were, they wouldn't want to leave you when you need them the most. And I feel like Jalen is pretty much trying to stick on just because of sake of family. I feel like he really don't want to be there. He probably would have quit a long time ago, but because they're family, he's trying to ride it on out. But I don't see him being there much longer.
yeah, yeah, and if it's going to mess up family dynamics, look, yeah,
Yeah,
y'all gotta hire somebody else. It's not worth it.
yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I like how he spoke his mind to Tisha. Like I really appreciate that he really, even though to a certain extent it wasn't his place, but I feel like it needed to be said because we don't know how she treats him when the cameras are off. So maybe it is a thing where he feel like, okay, she's taking her anger from my mom out on me. And I'm happy that he addressed it on camera. And I'm happy
Mm,
that he told them to their face, when people quit, I expected y'all to come in here and help me, and y'all didn't. And that kind of cut them, because if it didn't, they wouldn't have started helping put down chairs when he walked off.
mm.
Now, oh, let's help Jalen. Let's give Jaden a hand and let's get these chairs down, because they know they was wrong. They know it.
Yeah, people was really upset about. They said, and if I was Jalen, I would quit.
Yeah.
No one should have to deal with that kind of stress. Like, you know.
Hmm.
So I get it. He really should, because at the end of the day, it's not his dream. I don't think he's just doing it to kind of get experience
Hmm.
to help the family. So
Yeah.
I can't want this more than you. It's your business, like you
Right.
said with Lewis, how he does it all. And you
Hmm.
ever see those Instagram reels where they be like the receptionist is the same person, the
Yeah.
marketing is the same person. Like when you like starting a business, you kind of do have to do everything, wear
Yeah.
many hats until you build it up to a part where you can, like, fill in those spaces. Hire people, but don't be
Hmm.
lazy and cheap and just like, okay, this is good experience for you, boy. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
getting. Like, but it's not his business. Like, don't set him up for failure.
That's what they're doing. And then did you notice for Jalen the introduction? I don't know if they always had it that way, but I just noticed they put Tisha's nephew. I didn't never notice that. They
Me
really
neither.
are acknowledging him as, her actual nephew.
It's usually like Kimmy's son, right?
Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know when they changed it, but I was like, okay, they had that in there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah. Okay. So next topic. Um, what else? What else? What else stood out to you in this episode? What else you got notes on?
I put it, everybody need a friend like Stormy, baby. Stormy pregnant. Stormy got a nice big house. I'm like, Stormy must be living a dream. So everybody need a friend like Stormy, and everybody got a friend and need a friend named Brittany. Okay. And I like how Melody had apologized to Brittany, and because I had seen a rant that he did, and I would say don't bring your problems to social media. It's not good. But I kind of get what Martell was saying, because when you have kids, one is one and two is 20. And when you have one kid and then you're pushing four kids on her, it is going to be a bit of a hassle. But I feel like he should have just to Melody about that, and he shouldn't have just put Brittany in there. But I did note that down, that Martell needs to just take care of his emotions, stop bringing his problems to social media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't treat your feelings.
No, I don't think that was right. And then I also put with the scene with Destiny and Mel. I'm happy that Destiny said that the last meeting inside the studio was kind of tense. And I seen it, and I wondered, I know they probably felt it, but I'm happy that she acknowledged that that meeting was tense, and that they both want to, grow and fix the relationship. Because if one person feel like they want to fix it and the next person don't, it'll never be fixed. So I feel like they both heading into the right direction as far as that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And that's important. Like you said,
Yeah.
you can't just be trying to you can't be the only one that's trying to
Mhm.
be. You can't be a Tisha and a Marcel. It's not going to work.
No.
You both gotta want it.
And then Martell is single, so I'm happy that I don't know. I wish that side chick just realized this man gonna claim you, girl. It's like Melanie gave you, like Summer Walker. I gave him back, and he still don't want you. She gave him to you, served him up on the platter, girl, and he's still just like, nah, I'm good on you. I'm single.
Yeah, because this could have been his episode to show her. I'm not sure Melody would have been okay with that, but you know what I mean. He could at least, and still that just shows how much pull she got. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Melody still got that type of power.
Or he didn't
So
even have to say he was single. You get what I'm saying? Melanie said he was single. And my thing is, Melanie, why are you worried about if Martell single or not? Why did you even bring his name up? But that's neither here nor there. But even
yeah,
Martell said in his green screen interview, I'm single.
he
Have
did.
people, he don't want nobody even wondering. He let you know, yeah, I'm single.
That's a good point. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
True. I'm single again.
Oh yeah, he
With
letting them know I'm
that
single.
girl.
And that just to show that he really don't want her. And then one more point, when they were at the pool and Tisha brought up the situation with Miss Wanda, I feel like that was not the place. Number one, I feel like that was not the place. And I did write down that when Tisha brought up the marsau and having a baby, I feel like that was a checkmate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like y'all teasing me about being a side chick, but checkmate. And so I feel like that's when Tisha, they were being high school girls. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kimmy felt the way. So then she wanted to get back our marsau, but instead she cut Tisha in the process. So she cut Tisha, and then Tisha like, well, okay, let me bring up the situation with my mama. And then that's when Kimmy's cut. So then Kimmy go, well, let me tell you about Jalen. So I feel like they got to go ahead and fix that, honey. We're going to definitely keep them uplifted in prayer, honey.
Right, because they are sisters now. You know,
they bleeding all over the place, honey. That pool water about to be red.
Oh my gosh, very, very true. Okay, let me see. I didn't notice this, but someone said Marcel and Tisha enjoys the fact that Mel and Martell didn't make it. Low key rubbing it in Martell's face. They should get back together just to piss some people off. Oh no. And Tisha, these side chicks, this and that, she already prepared to forgive Marcel and blame the side chick. Typical dummy. Mel can't sing to me. She doesn't sound good when she sings. What you think about Mel singing? That's what someone said.
I think Melanie, I don't think she can sing, but I think she can keep a tune. I mean, if that's the case, then why they have a Janet Jackson? Why they got a Sierra? You know, like those people can't sing like that. Why they got a Rihanna?
They can dance. They can dance.
Well, Melanie try to dance. She tries.
See?
But I mean, yeah, then Janet do dance. Rihanna, they have a Rihanna. Rihanna can't sing like that.
But she's pretty and, you know.
Now, Melanie is beautiful.
But Rihanna is young. So, you know what I mean? I feel like Melody is like, because we know Melody as like a mom, and why, like, we don't look at her the same. Kind of like this how I felt about Rashida from Love and Hip Hop. Like, girl, we don't believe that you're a boss chick rapper when we see how Kirk is treating you on TV. You're not rapping what you live about, or you're not living what you rap about. Like, I don't believe you. So same thing with like Melody, I guess. Like, we know her as like a mom, so we don't really. I don't see her as a pop star singing sensation kind of thing. I just see her as a lady that went through the divorce that's just trying to sing or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe that's versus like Rihanna. She was young, you know what I mean. She, you know, she kind of fit.
I love Melody though. I love it. I don't think she's gonna be a pop star or she's gonna be the next Beyonce, but I feel like I love her music. And I follow her on Instagram, and I guess when she was, you know, introducing her song, women are saying get over it, get over it. But first off, Beyonce gave a whole album of heartbreak. Keisha Cole gave a whole album. Mary J. Blige's whole career was about heartbreak. You cannot tell a woman to get over it. It's just to show how men have really just like crippled us as women to where, and they programmed us to be like, okay, just get over it. That's her life. And if she want to rap about being a mistress and heartbreak, then let the woman sing. I mean, not rap, sing. Let us sing about it. But I don't know. I personally love it. Like, I love her music so far. I'm excited for the EP.
I like what she's doing because I like that this may have been a dream or a goal for her. So I like that she's accomplishing this. But that's it. Like, I like it from that perspective, kind of. But other than that, I don't think I would be going to a Melody Halt concert or buying a Melody Halt song. That's me. Yeah. I don't really see it for her as a singer. I will support her just like I said, oh, she's doing her thing kind of thing. That's it. But yep. All right. So anything else we need to touch on this episode before I go to Twitter?
No, I pretty much got everything down.
All right. Let me go to Twitter, see what the streets are saying. Search. All right. They already know my hashtag. They already know. Latest. All right. Let me share my screen. Share screen. All right. Well, let me go to top. All right, this was an hour ago. Tisha worrying about emails. No, let's discuss why the entire staff quit. Ain't that what you said? That's what we, the people, want to know. Dang, you just said that. It was like, I feel like some people were sending a message by quitting. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tisha and Marcel do not know how to run a business. Why does Jalen have to keep asking them for help?
Right.
Oh my gosh. All right. We already see now. All right. Tisha makes absolutely no sense. The whole crew quits and she expects this young man to send some email. Girl. I'm mad y'all got Jalen in this manager position with no experience. It was a setup from jump.
Yeah.
This scene just made me dislike these two even more. As funny as you having a side baby.
Oh yeah. Checkmate, baby. That's what came in my mind when you said that. Checkmate.
Martell, considering I'm a single man, I can do whatever I want. Sir, you've been acting single even when the state of Alabama said otherwise.
You know what? I said that we talking about bring Marcus out. Marcus being there the whole marriage, honey.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Wake up, Jalen. They are poor leaders and they're setting you up for failure. Follow the rest of the staff and bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so wrong. Like, I just cannot believe that, like, they're doing this. Jalen, I'm overwhelmed. The staff quit. I'm cooking almost every night. I need a little more help. Tisha, okay, what about the emails?
That's a shame.
Oh my gosh. I know Tisha is not out here getting the attitude with Jalen. How many times has this young man asked y'all for help? Kimmy might be right that they're setting him up for failure. Give him the resources he needs or the space to work through your mess. That's true. Everybody talking about Jalen. I
Yeah.
guess it's funny to you, but I don't see Tisha laughing.
She crying. Oh Lord, that's a good one.
Not Tisha telling Kimmy to get the whole story when she didn't have the whole story herself. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Marcel knows hiring a real experienced general manager gonna make him come out of pocket. So he hired Jalen instead as a means of cheap labor.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true.
Because them GMs we keep getting paid about 6 figures.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just do it and then like have Jalen shadow that person. You don't got to keep them on forever. You can do a contract with the person, like come on for 6 months, like kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like
He gonna pay for it. He probably gonna pay at least 80,000 for that GM. They get paid. I think a general manager at McDonald's getting paid about 50,000-60,000.
but it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just gotta pay the cost to be the boss.
And you definitely do.
Tisha constantly embarrasses herself and it's so cringy. Yeah, she do. Since Tisha and Marcel think the Banks and Jalen is Jeffrey, this is the only thing Jalen needs to say when Marcel, I quit. Yep, get out of here. Bounce. All right. Tisha's expecting Jalen to be GM plus bartender and chef. She needs to grab an apron and help in the kitchen. Yeah, someone on YouTube said that too. Like, Tisha don't work, or she probably hasn't worked in a long time. She can help Jalen with the restaurant.
Yes, she could.
Marcel and Tisha just seem cheap and won't spend money to hire experienced people.
Oh yeah, that was big. Everybody's talking about that scene.
Yeah, I don't see nothing else about nothing else. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so Tisha and Marcel entire staff quit and they go to Vegas.
Right.
I need Maurice to step up because Kimmy shouldn't be fighting this battle by herself. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So when are they talking about when they kept calling her a side chick? Okay.
The pool.
Okay.
I kind of noticed that too when they jumped on. Oh, they was jumping on her, and he was just sitting there. I feel like when his brother started talking to her, that's when he should have jumped in. But she seemed like she can handle her own though. But I get it.
But he's silent, and it's making it almost seem like I don't know. They're right. Like he could step. Just how he checked Tiffany and all them.
Yeah.
You know, keep your mouth on my marriage.
That's true.
Well, Martell, you don't have a license, and Melody does. Stop making it seem like Chris did. Oh, this was last week. Okay. Yeah. So this was last week, September 4th. All right. I'll look at the latest real quick. Ooh, Melody asking her daughter if she's telling her story. If she was telling her a story was triggering. LOL at the Kermit the Frog looking friend of Melody. Why didn't you use your own mansion? Aw. That girl don't look like Kermit.
She can use her friend mansion if she want
to. Y'all gonna stop playing with Kimmy this season. She roasting everybody and it's about time. Tisha is always off topic. I believe Kimmy believes in her heart she wasn't because she was believing Maurice. We know he withhold things from her, and I believe he led Kimmy to believe him and Kiwa were divorced when it wasn't finalized. I think Kimmy will learn that, and it will be the last straw. I feel like maybe that's why he's silent too. Like maybe he know the timeline isn't really like right, so maybe he don't want to say something.
I mean, divorces are public records. I mean, I'm sure she knows the date of when they actually divorced. That's not hard to find.
Okay. Hmm. I am finding it interesting that he's quiet. All right. All right.
I
So I'm
mean,
thinking. Go ahead.
I mean, even if they were like talking and being friends while they were legally married, I mean, they both stick with the whole thing of they wasn't messing around then. I think they were friends though when they were legally married. That's what they say. They say they were just friends. They weren't even dating. But I mean, that proves nothing.
Yeah. It's a messy situation.
Thank
So
you for checking in.
yeah, girl. Hey, Khadijah. So, Brittany, we are talking about this latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 8. Going off topics about the
Mm-hmm.
show, and we're just basically wrapping it up. We
Mm-hmm.
hit on most of the major points. So, I'm trying to think of the key takeaways from this. From this episode. The key takeaways from for me is don't let these jobs manipulate you and use you, even if it
Mm-hmm.
is family. They always do say don't go into business with family. So, hopefully Jalen realizes what's going on and gets his stuff and goes. And also, dang, don't be begging for love. Even though
Mm-hmm.
Tisha and Marcel are married, their relationship kind of makes me like, I don't know. They're definitely not couple goals. Well, no couple really should be couple goals, but yeah.
Yeah. Create be your own couple goals.
Right. So what about you? What were your key takeaways from this episode?
My key takeaways is that there's life after divorce, and even though you're in a marriage, like even myself have been, and you thought, like what happens after this? Like it's your life's gonna be miserable. You can't leave. You can't get out. I feel like Melanie is proof that even though that her marriage ended, she's still going. She's been an awesome mama. She's working hard, and you can still have it all. You don't have to have a man to have it all. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my key takeaway, that you can just be this boss. You can just be this boss. You can be a mom, all that good stuff. And she just living her life, and I'm happy to see it.
Me too. And even though I'm pretty sure this is not like her goal or aim, but I don't really see her being single for long either.
Oh yeah,
So
she said on her story that she was dating, but then she deleted that question. They asked her what she dating, and she said loving every minute of it. And I feel like
ooh,
she deserved good for her. Good for
yeah,
her that she's dating,
yep,
because just because it's the end doesn't mean they can't have a part two. And you can just
exactly.
create another story.
There we go. Yep, because sometimes you just don't get it right the first time. But
And you
yeah.
know what though? I feel like Melanie got it right. It was Martell. And you know what that made me think of too? This is probably off subject, but you know how when they be like, don't take advice from your single friends? I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if Melanie was a good wife, then she would do good giving somebody like Tiffany marriage advice, somebody like Tisha's marriage advice, because she wasn't the problem. I feel like she was a good wife.
Me too. I do too. But yeah, I will actually listen to her because she probably could tell me the red flags that she chose to ignore. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I will listen to her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I listen to people where it don't work either.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I need to get all sides of
Right.
perspective.
But
Because
that
sometimes
saying, you know what that saying be? People be saying, I don't like that saying. If you be like, huh?
me neither. Because the people that are together, you don't know what they silently enduring. You know what I
Right.
mean? To put
Mm-hmm.
on a brave face like everything's okay.
Right.
So I don't really trust them. That's why I gotta get both sides. I gotta get both
Mm-hmm.
sides. Tell me the good and the
Fact.
bad. So
That's
that's
true.
just almost like when we look at reviews when we about to buy something. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? When I go to Amazon,
Yeah.
I look at the 1-star reviews too. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody may
Mm-hmm.
not have a good experience with this thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I look at the 5, the 1s, and the 3s. Like I just need a
Mm-hmm.
whole general perspective. So
That's true.
yeah, but okay, so that was a good review. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This was episode 8, and we will see you guys next week for
Mm-hmm.
the review of episode 9. And again, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.